Hey, my it girls. Welcome to my channel. It's Gabrielle. This is actually my first video, so I'm super excited to finally have it uploaded. Never knew how hard it was going to be. So for those that don't know me, my name is Gabrielle or Gabby, and my first tutorial will be about highlighting and contouring. So let's jump right into it. So first I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in medium dark. It's a neutral tone, but it's golden enough for my undertones. And I'm going to do inverted triangles. You don't necessarily have to do that, but that's the way that I do it. I put it down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my forehead just to kind of highlight in those areas. Then I take my beauty blender, damp, not wet, and I blend out both sides. And you want to make sure you blend that out really well because you can go wrong with that very, very quickly and then you'll look a hot mess. Now onto the nose and the forehead. Be sure to blend that out, especially on the forehead, because we don't want any bright and blended spots on our forehead. Okay, girl? Now, one of the most important things that you can do after applying your under eye concealer is to set it with a powder. I use my Sacha Buttercup powder. It has a nice yellow golden undertone to it, which complements my skin tone. But you can use whatever you like. You can use your Midnight banana powder. You can use your Anastasia yellow powder. You can use RCMA colorless powder, whatever you like. But please be sure, and I mean please be sure, to set that under eye concealer unless you want to look creasy. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and lightly tapping powder underneath my eye and anywhere else that I highlighted. This method helps keep oils from penetrating through my skin and from making me look like a hot oily mess. Now I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder and my Real Techniques beauty blender and pressing it into the lower parts of my cheeks. What this will do is give my contour a bolder look. I don't do this all the time because, frankly, I'm not about that life, girl. Now moving on to my favorite part, the contour. So I'm going to take my black Opal foundation stick in black walnut. And ladies, make sure you take a shade that's 1 or 2 shades darker to you, whether it's a contour kit, cream contour kit, or whatever. Or if you want to use a foundation, just outline your forehead if you have a big forehead. Shadows will cause your forehead to become a little bit smaller looking. Or carve out your cheeks if you want those cheekbones snatched. Okay, ladies? I live for a badass contour. Let me tell you that. Now, moving on to kind of carving out my nose. I don't do it that dramatic because I like the way my nose is. But if you want to go even further, you can. I don't do it all the time. But just don't go overboard, okay? Be sure not to take your contour down too far on your cheekbones because it can get kind of messy and muddy. Going in with your beauty blender again, you're going to take the bottom part of it that's clean and start to blend that contour out. Some tips: blend your contour up, because if you blend it downward, your contour will get kind of muddy and look gross. So blend that out on your cheekbones as well as your forehead, and be sure to get that nose. You can use something smaller or kind of pinch your beauty blender, and that should work for you. So gets to blending. Okay? Taking my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in dark and my Real Techniques powder brush, I'm going to buff off the excess powder on my face because you don't want to look like you have coca on your face. Be sure to wipe off all the excess powder as well as blend any harsh lines that you may see on your face. Going in with my Anastasia of Beverly Hills powder contour kit and my Carob F21 contour brush, I'm going to take the second to darkest shade in my kit. It was a custom kit in Espresso, and I'm going to take my Carob F21 brush and buff that into the hollows of my cheeks and around my forehead as well as on my nose. So get to blending, ladies, and make sure that you have blended to the best of your abilities. When you think your arm is tired, keep on blending. While we're blending away, let's talk about why we contour. So most women contour to add warmth back into their skin because when we're highlighting, it tends to make us look a little bit flat. So when you add the contour back into the skin, it warms you up as well as gives us a little bit better looking features. So it makes us look a lot better than what we did. You might look a little bit slimmer. So contour away, ladies. Going back into my Anastasia powder contour kit, I'm going to use the darkest shade, Carob, and do the same steps that we did for the Espresso shade. So contour away again, but then take your powder brush and make sure you kind of, buff out the harsh lines as well there. So I'm not going to lie, I love to be highlighted just as much as I love to be contoured. I'm going to go in with my Benefit Cosmetics Sunbeam Highlighter, and I'm going to press it in on my little button nose, on the high points of my cheekbones, as well as on my Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia of Beverly Hills That Glow Kit and use 2 colors, Bubbly and Dripping in Gold, and do the same thing. Next, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay blush in Score. It is a very pretty, peachy, pink, shimmery blush. I really love it. It's also one of my fave makeup artist, Makeup Shayla's blushes. So what I do, I place it in between my contour and my highlight, and I start buffing it in on the apples of my cheeks, and I brush it up towards my temple. For my lips, I'm going to be using MAC Cosmetics Cork Lip Liner. It's a pretty brown color, and I'm going to outline my upper and bottom lips with this. And if you're like me and have darker lips on the outside, this will help blend your entire lip with everything else, so it won't show through your lipstick. Once you're done lining your lips, go in with whatever lipstick you want to use. I'm using my NYX Cosmetics Lip Lingerie in Push Up. I believe it's the number 06. And I am filling in my lips with the lipstick. And voila, just like that, your face is snatched, girl, and you learned how to highlight and contour with my tutorial. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And watch my little dance break here. Hope you enjoyed my video. Like, comment, and subscribe.